Crossroads DTS is a time when people that are age 35 and older can come together. You live in community here in Tyler. It's a wonderful, gorgeous place to come. There are dorms you can live in and houses, etc. And you eat your meals together, you have fellowship together, you laugh together.
Your first 3 months, it's lecture phase. You're in the classroom and you have an assortment of teachings, anywhere from the nature and character of God to relationships, to the Father heart of God, intercessory prayer, all kinds of teachings. And each week it's different with a different speaker. So every Monday morning is like Christmas.
Another important part about lecture phase is that you learn what intimacy with God looks like and how to make sure that you set aside that quiet time each day to spend time with the Lord, to be in the Word, to be praying, to be worshiping Him. And then also a big part is just hearing God and hearing His voice, and what He wants to tell you as a child of God is so important and a huge part of YWAM.
There's really no main objectives of you have to get to this certain point or you have to understand this certain theology. It really is about you knowing God better. And so while every week has a certain topic to it, it's not uncommon that all of the classmates will have taken something different away from that week, because the words of the speakers are really just a catapult for God to tell you what He's wanted to tell you. And you're in this place with your hands wide open and your ears are wide open, your heart's wide open. You've left your whole life and you're ready just to hear everything He has to say, and you hear it.
Class is just as important as the community outside of class. That you're growing in a community, you're living in tight quarters with other families, with other couples. Obviously you have your own room, but your common areas, you share a living room, you share a kitchen, you share a sunroom, everything is there together. And so you're learning what it's like to be in a community, and it's almost like going back to college for a little bit.
And then the next 2 months, you go on outreach. And now together as a team, you will begin praying about what that outreach is going to look like. Sometimes you go overseas, sometimes you stay stateside, sometimes you do both. So it really just depends on what each individual school feels like the Lord is leading them to do. But overall, the training begins when you wake up in the morning till when you go to bed at night.
You'll be launched out and you will be leading people to Jesus. You will see hope restored in people's lives. You will see healings. You will see miracles of all kinds occur.
On the outreach phase, you really get to apply a lot of the principles that you learned in the lecture phase. During my DTS, our team went down to Haiti. And Haiti is the poorest nation in the southern hemisphere, and it's riddled with voodoo, extreme poverty, a lot of tension. Our first week in Haiti was a real test. I had asked God, even before I came to YWAM, Lord, send me to the hard places, send me to the places nobody wants to go. After being in Haiti for about 4 days, I couldn't speak the language. They had mosquitoes the size of baseballs. It was 120 degrees. Everybody was angry. I realized and I felt completely inadequate. And so one day I went back into our tent that we were staying in and just really started yelling at God and really started saying, God, why did you send me here? This is not what I asked for. This is not what I expected. We're completely useless here as a team. And so I really took a moment and had to settle in my heart, okay, God, this is bigger than myself. It's bigger than my inconveniences. It's bigger than my, comfort. And after I did that, I really felt a peace. Shortly after that, our team came together. We had a time of prayer, we had a time of intercession, and we were able to continue on in effective ministry. And instead of looking at the difficulties, I just began to really see the opportunity and the need that the people in Haiti had. And had it not been for, being trained and being compelled and encouraged to seek the Lord in intercession in those hard times, I would have folded and I probably would have left to come home early.
At first, it's really intimidating of, oh, I'm gonna have to go up to strangers and talk to them about God. I think a lot of us have done mission trips and we've really been able to focus on whatever service we were providing. I know for me as a veterinarian, I was very focused on what I was doing in the vet field of working with animals, and how much I talked about God was like this much. And so this is a program to really help you understand, like, how do you break the ice there? How do you form relationships when you really only have like 15 minutes to talk to somebody? How do you talk about Jesus without it being weird? And that's really what the outreach is about, is two months of making God known and making you that much more comfortable in doing it. And it really will change your life. It's not just about, oh, I can do this when I go on outreach. It changes you and your perspective of talking to anybody that you reach in your life, so that once you're done with the Crossroads DTS, you'll have that perspective going forward. It won't be so weird to talk about your faith anymore. It's gonna be really natural.
So at the end of outreach, there's always a week of debrief time where you get together with your team.
You kind of dissect what all God did in lecture phase and in outreach, and you share the testimonies, and it's a really great opportunity to understand what kind of you've gone through as a team and a family. And then you graduate and you're launched from there. Some people choose to do an additional school. Some people head right in the mission field. Some people head back to the industry or back to their corporate worlds, but you won't go back the same.